Recording. All right. Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome back to the Grayland Trios League. I am Olaf Krieg. I have no notes prepared for today because I have been on an unofficial, unpaid vacation for the last couple of weeks. But that's okay because in the last couple of weeks, nothing has happened in the Grayland Trios League since our last battle. One that saw two teams unexpectedly win. Unexpectedly as compared to their previous matches. And I'm talking about, of course, the Luthien Dragonborn and the Cyan Spirits. Both teams won their matches last time, and they have moved up 3 spots for the Dragonborn and 2 for the Cyan Spirits, which is going to shuffle things around a little bit. And as you can see on our standings here, and yes, during my vacation, I definitely lost my German accent. Anyway, I digress. As you can see on the sheet, spreadsheet here, the Industrialists and the Golden Suns and the Debutantes all remain in the top 3 positions, followed now by the Luthien Dragonborn, with the Opposition and the Spirits closely behind, and then rounding off our 8 teams with a 7th place tie, the Taurian Nationals and the Canopian Honeybees. Both those last teams lost their matches last week and moved down a couple spots, but as everybody knows, even with only a few weeks left in the race for the Trinity Cup, it is almost anything goes. I personally feel like the top 3 teams with the point spreads that they have are pretty solidly locked in place. Definitely the Industrialists and the Golden Suns. The Debutantes and the Dragonborn may go back and forth a little bit, probably with the Opposition throwing things around as well. On that note, let me bring it to my 2 compadres here in the studio. I have Darius representing the Luthien Dragonborn, and I have Lucas. It is Lucas, right? Jesus, my brain. Luke. We'll just call him Luke, because I don't remember all our characters' names either. It's been too damn long. And I've got Luke representing the Canopian Honeybees. Unfortunately, Fohammer, playing Countess Skylar Davian something or other, is currently experiencing some severe technical issues and may not be able to join us at all this week. Hopefully, we can at least get an appearance later on. We'll see how that plays out. With that said, Darius, please, what are your thoughts on the standings? What have you been up to in the last couple of weeks since the Grayland Trio League made its official appearance last? And anything else you care to share with us?
Well, I've actually gone to a couple conventions.
Jealous. That's all I'm going to say. Please continue.
One was a furry convention, Anthro, Ohio. I'm actually wearing that shirt right now.
Which nobody can see because I haven't quite figured out how to get the Discord camera to sync with everything else, and it fucked everything up the one time I tried. So, but anyway, please.
Yeah. But and then the other one was an anime convention called Colossal Con.
Oh, nice.
Yep, very nice. It's actually held at a resort called Kalahari, where there's a water park.
I tell you what, the weather I've been experiencing lately, except for a couple of days here and there, a water park sounds absolutely divine.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I'm actually kind of warm right now, but that might be because I have a light on in front of me in the computer and not enough ventilation.
This is a water park with a hot tub.
That sounds pleasant.
Yeah, it was. But got a lot of gaming in because I was part of the tabletop gaming room.
Nice.
Running it. Part of an organization, non-profit called the Ponzus Game Bag.
Okay.
It's a tracking game library.
Yeah, I remember when we did our role-playing, Battletech role-playing group, the Paradox League. I remember you had gone to one convention, or maybe it was just a game show, not a game show, but no, I think it was a convention. I remember you talking about it a little bit. Is that like part of the same group, or is that just a different entity, or?
Yeah, it's the same group.
Okay. Gotcha. And with your win, and I'm going to say last week, but we all know it was actually like a month ago, the last game week, the Luthien Dragonborn jumped 3 spots by taking out, I forget which team they were playing against, but it's probably not that important. Even though there's only 8 teams, it wouldn't be that hard to figure it out. But
you're right, it's not that important.
Well, no, I knew you would say something like that. Having said that, what plans do you got for tonight to continue the win or the winning streak, or do you think the Honeybees might have an advantage on you?
Advantage.
You know I gotta
They're
stir the pot,
beaten.
man.
You're
You know
gonna
it.
squash them.
You're gonna squash them. Okay. All right. Well, with that in mind, Luke, what is your response, and how have things been for you of late?
Well, as far as honeybees being squashed, they do have a stinger, so be wary of that. However, for as far as I've been concerned, what was that?
And I've got soles on my feet.
And a king crab. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, yeah, I expected as much. That's why I'm hopefully fielding the right units this particular match. But as far as my last month, I went camping at a live action roleplay event.
Nice.
I was part of the staff, so I got to chill and not have to be in character all weekend, so that was good. But also meant that I had to be in costume within 15 minutes and rolling out to the middle of the woods at the middle of the night to ambush players that may or may not show up within an hour or two.
That
It was
does
really
sound,
fun though, overall.
that does sound interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we learned about ambush tactics because NPCs have to be able to ambush players that haphazardly walk into the woods, right?
Yeah, no, that's a thing. I know a little bit about ambushes myself, having come from combat arms in the military. So it's definitely a
Oh,
learning
nice.
experience when you don't know, and then you realize like, holy shit, this actually makes a lot of sense. How come nobody thinks about these things?
Yeah, and how boring it can be when you're expecting something and nothing happens for hours.
Yeah, well, that's why your ambush security needs to be tight.
Yeah. So ambush scouts, everyone has to be real on the ball.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, the honeybees. Oh, hold on one second. I'm getting a text regarding my family. Give me just a second, guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right. So my kid is back from where he went. So he's going to the playground and he's staying downstairs tonight. So I don't really have to worry too much about all that. Just let me send this text back. Come on. There we go. All
I'm
right.
glad that your family's well, by the way, Omar.
Yeah, we did well. You know, so for the people that didn't know, I think we talked about it a little bit before we took the 3 or 4 week break that we took. But my second son graduated from high school a few weeks ago, and so I spent about a week or so down in California, and then afterwards we drove back up to where I live, and they stayed here for basically the last 2 weeks, and they just went home literally last night. So obviously during that time I didn't want to stream or do anything like that, because first I was still working every day while they were here, so nobody wants to deal with all that, and why would they come visit if all I'm going to do is work and stream? But yeah, it was a great time. I actually got so my oldest boy, for those that don't know, my oldest boy, he plays in Blood and Glory, my Pendragon campaign. He and the other boy and my daughter were all playing Dungeons and Dragons all week with me after work. So we'd play like 2-3 hours in the evening. I think about 4 evenings in this last week that we played D&D. We got the Essential Starter Kit. Just so I could have like literally everything I needed instead of trying to find my own resources. It was a good time. It was a good time. And my younger son and my daughter are both more interested in Dungeons and Dragons. And my oldest boy, whose only role-playing experience up to this point has been playing in Pendragon, is now actively thinking about getting into some sort of like actual face-to-face group to play D&D or other games like that as well. So I definitely am having a gamer parent win feeling right now, because I got basically all my kids are into video games, and now I've got 3 out of 4 looking at role-playing games. So
Very nice.
yeah, indeed.
Let's be proud.
I have a or a Discord message. Let me see what it is real quick, and I just realized that everybody in the world can see it, so let me throw that up real fast. It's going to build in a reasonable amount of time. I don't think drivers are the cause. Okay. Oh.
Full hammer in a nutshell.
What's that?
Full hammer.
What about him? Yeah, Foehammer messaged me.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't want to sound like negative Nancy, but it's definitely starting to look more and more like he is not going to be able to join us tonight, which is unfortunate. But he and I will figure out what we got to do to make up our match. And so on that note, let me explain for the viewers, and then we'll get started with our first match of the evening. One of the two matches, let me back up. We had two player versus player matches tonight. The first one, which would have been the American Industrialists taking on the Davian Golden Suns, that would have been our first match because usually Fohammer has a bit more restrictive of a timeline in the evenings. This match, unfortunately, is going to have to be postponed because Fohammer is having some technical issues with his computer. Things like blue screens of death and a general wailing sound. I don't know. I only made up one of those. So he and I are going to have to look at alternatives for resolving his match, and I don't want to play the bot, which is what I would normally do. And the biggest reason why I don't want to play the bot is both his team and my team are undefeated, and I feel pretty confident that even against his mechs, I can beat the bot, which is not fair to him when you're this close to the end of the regular season with the record that you have. So I didn't feel like that was really appropriate for me to go ahead and just play the bot. Had he not, if he hadn't made any effort to get a hold of me and let me know what was going on, then the story would be a little bit different. But I don't even think then I would do it because Fulhammer is actually a pretty cool guy. But with that said, our first match tonight will be the Canopian Honeybees taking on the Luthien Dragonborn, and I believe the Honeybees are at home. Let me take a look at my notes. Yes, the Honeybees are the home team. So give me just a moment on the screen. I gotta play with some of these logos. Because, oh, look at that. The Canopian Honeybees are right there. But they're not the home team. They are supposed to be the home team. Let me see what we got.
Something I forgot to mention.
Yeah, what's that?
During those conventions, I was actually running a grinder in the tabletop gaming room.
Oh, yeah. What game were you playing?
Battletech.
Nice. I think you said, now that I think about it, did you mention this before we took the break? I feel like you did, but I could be completely wrong.
I might have.
Yeah, I feel like you had mentioned the grinder before. I'm sorry, what?
I just posted a couple pictures in general.
Oh, nice.
One from TolossoCon and one from EvoCon. Apparently, he didn't get a picture at Anthro, Ohio.
Very fancy.
All right. Well, while you're killing the dead air because I'm not talking and because I can't talk and think at the same time, I'm looking for the MULs. We can go ahead and get this match going for you guys. So we've got Canopian Honeybees taking on the Luthien Dragonborn. Let's see. Give these to Darius. Give these to Honeybees. Let's check my map. 21 by 21 generated. That sounds right. And then, let's see. Canopian Honeybees, you're the home team, so you get to choose the home edge first. While you're doing that, why don't you give us a brief rundown on your thoughts on the lineup that you see in front of you now?
Well, I expected as much because of the win at the free-for-all.
Yeah.
That he would be fielding King Crab at some point. And, I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The interesting part was that we're both fielding a Griffin.
Yes, but you got the better one. Well, the advanced
yes.
one. Let me say that. You have the advanced one.
Yeah. So there's a few tactical advantages here on his side. So I think I'm actually going to go with the southeast corner.
Okay. And with you taking that southeast corner, that will put the Dragonborn in the northwest corner. So if you guys could choose your starting side or select your starting sides, that'd be great. And then Darius, give us some thoughts on your lineup. I'm pretty sure we know why you took it. King Crab, Big Smash. But if you have anything more articulate than that, now's the time to share it with the rest of the crowd.
I actually have. I originally did not think that I would actually use the King Crab. But I've actually come to like this particular setup, the
Yeah.
010.
Yeah, that's the one. If I'm not mistaken, PPCs and SRMs and AC10s or AC20s. Am I not mistaken?
AC10s, LB10X to be
10Xs,
precise.
yes, the LB10s, yes. This thing is a nasty, nasty, nasty little bastard, and there's really no good range from which to attack it unless it's LRM range, and then you got to saturate it with LRMs in order to do something like that. The only
Yeah,
other
you wouldn't be able to do front armor with LRMs for very long.
yeah, yeah. But even then,
We only have 100 seconds.
yeah, exactly. You gotta be able to do a lot of damage. The king crab is pretty nasty. Its firepower is pretty devastating. This is gonna be. I'm feeling like this is gonna be a one-sided match, but that's strictly my opinion. I know how nasty that king crab can be. The rifleman, I've never been a huge. This is my personal opinion, mind you. I've never been a terribly large fan of the rifleman, and I feel like the enforcer could do more if it had just decided which direction to go instead of this all-arounder try to be. The Griffin has, if I'm not mistaken, an ERPPC. Let me take a look at it real quick. It has ERPPC and 2 SRM6s and some ECM, so that might be helpful, but I don't know. I'm definitely concerned about what kind of damage that King Crab is going to bring to the table tonight. But
The ECM will be situational, and we will see if the situation comes up.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a problem. It can cause problems, I should say. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, if you could click done, and we can get started with the Gore Fest, I guess. I don't know why I said Gore Fest, but whatever. All right, and away we go. Nobody can see anybody. That's a positive. Ooh. Somebody has a literal uphill battle here.
Again, eh?
Yeah, you got some really tough spots. I will caution you about the mud, or not the mud, the bog hexes, the swamp hexes, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you've also got 2 chunks of water in the way that can really, well,
That'll funnel me.
Yeah, it'll definitely funnel you. But I was also gonna say, like, let me just shut up and let you play, because maybe you need to not have me running my mouth. Let the player play their game, you know what I mean? After this match, we'll have 2 NPC matches. I don't even remember who's playing who. The Opposition and Cyan Spirits, and then not the Dragonborn, the Torian Nationals and Debutantes, or something like that. I don't really know. I have all the notes written down. I just don't care. They're NPC teams. These 2 matches were the ones I was most emotionally invested in, and I got one of them taken away. So now I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm locked out.
Locked out. As in you can't deploy?
Oh, I see what happened. Okay.
Good to go?
I can't. I have deployed 2 units, but I'm waiting for Shigami to deploy his.
I thought I had
Yeah.
I thought I had it set for simultaneous deployment, but maybe we didn't.
No, it's not supposed to be.
Oh, okay. So it is strictly on individual initiative then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And here we go. First round of combat. For anybody watching that was expecting a slideshow and some unique commentary from Olaf Krieg, the host of the show, I do apologize. The fact that I was on vacation for the last couple of weeks really ate up a lot of time for prep. That sounds like an excuse, and I don't mean it as an excuse. That's just what happened. I was on vacation and didn't do a lot of work during vacation. I do enjoy a good old sensor returns. Maybe that ECM field will be beneficial after all.
No, ECM doesn't affect that.
No.
You know, that's what I get for not understanding the electronic warfare rules.
Yeah, electronic warfare is.
don't think I have
I've actually been practicing with a different Griffin, it seems, because it has different ECM suites.
Yeah, I don't think that the ECM suite is going to have much effect here.
We shall
There we
see.
go.
We shall see. I feel like it hits like a generic plus. No, it's been too long since I actively paid attention to what ECM actually does on the field. And I know there's a couple of different things you can do, like one or two specific tasks, or including countering the enemy ECM, but it's just one of those things I didn't really get much into in my own personal play.
It's something that I definitely want to experiment with a little bit more, but
I feel like if you get the right build going for a Lance, or in this case a 3-man team or three mech team, you can really be like, I mean, we're not in the right era in 3022, but if you can get into like the 3050s or 60s when stealth armor becomes a thing, I feel like you could really be nasty for that snap.
we have no pop shots.
Ambush, yeah, the ambush phase of things. Nobody had a firing solution, huh?
Nope, the only firing solution I had was a 14 to hit.
Oh, you could have made that. Come on.
Yeah.
That's not at all how a 2d6 works.
3d6 instead of 2, and I'll make that shot.
3d6 has a pretty good chance of getting a 14. It's closer to the mean.
I'm winning out on initiative, that's for sure.
That's surprising. The things I know about the Dragonborn roster. So this is where the smart ass of me wants to play that meme with the dude with a stick that just pokes the map, pokes the mechs on the map and says, "Come on, do something." I always said that as a joke. I'm not actually like bored or whatever.
Did I beat out initiative on all 3 of his mechs?
Yep.
That's impressive. The last time that happened was in the middle of a free-for-all, and somebody had the wrong commander initiative block checked. Man, I had such a plan to troll Foehammer tonight, too. Damn it. You guys will just have to wait until I record the video and throw it on YouTube.
Yep.
It's quite unfortunate. That's right. Next season we may not be doing a once a week meetup like we are now. We may have to go to individual one-on-one meetups throughout the course of 1 or 2 or 3 weeks because of how many players there may end up being. That's right. Next season is going to be starting in probably about a month and a half. We've got weeks 6, 7, and 8, and then we have 2 weeks for the postseason. And then we're going to take probably about a 2-week break. So that sounds like 8 weeks. No, that sounds like really shitty math. Yeah, about a month and a half or so before our next season kicks off. we may jump to 30. Excuse me, to 30-25. I don't think it really gives us too much of a change of mechs available. Maybe one or two. But if we have, I got some damage to record, so I gotta stop talking about it. All right, what do we got?
1 hit for an LRM.
6 missiles hitting the rifleman. That'll be light damage for you, sir. And that is literally it. Everything else missed.
Yep. No fires, no nothing.
Disappointing. I wanted to see the world burn. Yeah, depending on how many players we have, because I'll have, each player will have a team, and then there will be one NPC team per player team to fill out the league, and then I personally will not be playing American Industrialists. I will be playing all of the NPC teams, although the American Industrialists will continue, and I'll just be playing as all the NPCs. And we'll just have to do one-on-one meetups over the course of 2 or 3 weeks to get everybody through each week's worth of turns. So it's going to change our playing, our dynamic a bit, because I got to try to work around my schedule and, try to get rid of, may have to cancel a show to make things happen. But I think if we've got more than the 3 of you guys, and we're looking at, assuming all 3 of the secondaries join us, that's 6 players, and I don't think we can get that many matches done in a single evening, not starting at 7:30. So, but come to the Discord so you can pay attention to what's going on and hear about all the new announcements and notices and sign-ups and all that. And if you want to get in on this Mega Mech 3-on-3 action, that's really the only way to do it. Get into Discord, get a hold of me. I am now...
Literally no experience required.
Yeah, I mean... Well, there's a couple things. Like, you need a working mic. Ideally, 18 plus.
Yes.
What
A
else?
willingness to learn.
A willingness to learn is always helpful in basically everything you do in life. But yeah, 18 plus, clear English, good mic. Like, it doesn't have to be good. It just has to be decent. Flexibility for time. And obviously you need Mega Mech. And Discord. I think that's about it. I think I hit like all the minimums that there could possibly be. Luke, I'm noticing a distinct lack of a cheering section from your side of the Discords, or the Twitch stream, I should say.
Well, it has been a month.
It has been a month.
I'm sure they're just probably out of practice on joining in on Twitch.
No worries. No worries whatsoever. It's your cheering section, so your fanfare.
I had a cheering section.
What's that?
I didn't think I had a cheering section.
Well, no, I was talking more about Luke, who always has... I can't remember their name now, and I feel like a tool for even bringing it up since I can't remember their name.
Kale in it.
Yes, Kale. Yes.
Yes.
I'm bad at names, unfortunately. This is turning into being an interesting scenario here. We've got mechs all over the place. Let me see what... While you guys are doing that, let me see what's going on in Discord real quick. Bowhammer has messaged me again. Bowhammer is going down for the night. Still not able to figure out what's going on with his computer. And he's not going to be able to do much troubleshooting when he has to get up early in the morning, so... That is unfortunate.
Well, hope this is enough. A lot of this is pop shots at the moment. That's the thing about fast moving mechs.
Yes, and especially ones with minimum ranges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get back into this Back into my stream so I can pay attention to what's going on. I see arrows flitting about the place. That means there's some shooting going on.
There is some shooting. Let's see if anything hits, which probably will.
Yeah. Got somebody getting brave to get that close to the king crab. But then again, with those two SRM6s, you kind of have to get close.
Yeah.
Which is
Popping
right
around like a pop tart.
Yeah, which is exactly what that king crab wants you to do.
Yeah, I know. I should have got right behind it, but I will see if I can do something.
So, for those at home viewing, unfortunately, Fullhammer will not be joining us tonight. I did just receive the final message for the evening. It looks like he's going to be going to bed. Is not able to get anything resolved with his computer in a timely fashion in order to rejoin us. And he has to work tomorrow, so it's not like he can stay up all night trying to fix it. So, Fullhammer, we wish you the best of luck, my friend. Hopefully your electronics stop being douchebags. Ooh, that's not a good sound. That's not a good sound.
I am not used to having the time limit.
Oof. Eesh.
And then I hit done right after it switched.
Oh, so you lost 2 people shooting?
Yes.
Ah, that's God. You know how many times I've hit done and realized I just hit done when I didn't want to? On that note, large laser. So the king crab.
All right.
King crab takes some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin does not. Griffin shoots at the rifleman. The rifleman loses a whole ass leg, so it is crippled now. Nope, I read that wrong. I am sorry. I apologize. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was it is now heavily damaged because it is losing
internal structure.
You're losing internal structure, but also it's got that critical hit on. Oh no, that's no effect. So Jesus Christ, I really am fucking this up. Internal structure is moderate. Heavy is when you start losing critical slots. King Crab is still damaged. King Crab did shoot at the Griffin and hit the Griffin. The Griffin is now at light
several damage.
Lots of missiles hit the Griffin,
The
including
King
the King Crab did get some shots off. In fact, it looks like it got off everything that you meant to fire. PPC, 2 LB-10s, and 2 SRM-6s. 9 out of 12 possible missiles hit, including a head hit that got re-rolled into the center torso. King Crab took 20 plus damage and is still standing as we move into the physical phase. And I relearned how to play this game using the rules I wrote. I can't even say I'm that flabbergasted by what I just did. Totally misread that line about the whole leg on the rifleman.
That is some torso swinging, by the way.
Did the King Crab turn an extra hex there on the turn? I don't remember what quirks it has. Quirks are on.
Mm-hmm.
Spider missed a kick. Still standing. You got 1 of 2 punches to hit, though. Oh, the Griffin is overheated. But it's still on. It's just going to be really warm. No, not really warm. No, it is warm. I'm reading too fast. That's what the problem is.
How did it get to 14 heat?
You know, that's a great question. He gained 19 heat, sinks 12.
Oh, I've been jumping. Damn it.
That would do it. Alright, Griffin and Rifleman first, and the Spider and the King Crab and the Dragonborn Griffin, and then lastly the Enforcer. Let's see what round 4 has for us.
All right.
Alright, for the viewers, Don't freak out. I'm just clearing this orange bit off of my Discord because I don't like it when it looks like I have a notification in Discord. You guys can't see it because I have that block in there. But I can see it, and it was drawing my eyes to it like a moth to the flames.
And guess what, Omar?
What's that? Don't tell me I screwed up a pilot.
They are not set up right.
What did we do wrong? What did I
No
miss?
tactics.
I scrubbed that shit today. That was the first big thing I did today besides waking up and showering. I just scrubbed all that shit. I went off the rosters and went into the Mech HQ.
I think when it transfers from Mech HQ to Mega Mech, it doesn't transfer the initiative modifier.
It... Vamsi. Alright, so my notes says Vamsi in particular had more than just 2-1. Vamsi is 3 edge and 1 tactics, and what does it show on here? View King Crab. Vamsi 2-1 pilot. 1 piloting, 2 gunnery, 3 edge, initiative 0. It doesn't have... Doesn't say anything about tactics. That's disappointing. View game options. What am I doing wrong? Initiative. RPG. Commander initiative. You know what? Now I think about it, I think I might have to double check my Mech HQ settings, but I'm pretty sure I have it set. You know what? You might be right, though, Darius. It might be because I'm exporting the pilots and their mechs into MULs instead of starting a game from Mech HQ. If I started the game, the Mega Mech game from Mech HQ, I think it transfers over. But because I'm exporting them, yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you're following where I'm going with that.
Yep.
Because the problem, and the main reason why I export instead of starting the game from Mech HQ is because then all these mechs that are getting bashed up, I literally have to go in and fix every one of them individually instead of just leaving it alone and making rolls on paper. If that makes any sense. For those that play Mech HQ and know what I'm talking about, repairing mechs can be retardedly just a pain in the ass. Even with GM mode and just like right click restore, because it doesn't always work the way you expect it to. It involves saving Mech HQ, closing Mech HQ, reopening and reloading your last save, and hoping that that was enough to clear the memory so that it actually updates the fact that your mech that was previously batched, was also restored. But I will say that it is annoying that we keep missing this tactics thing when we export. Client settings. Nope, that's not going to do it. Game options. Get this out of the way so people can kind of see what's going on while I try to troubleshoot on the fly. Teams roll initiative. Victory, cloud units, advanced rules, combat. I don't think that's gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Infantry don't count. Infantry moves, move multiple. Protomax, move multiple. Number of infantry, simultaneous. Front load and streak. And then RPG, pilot special abilities. Edge, Mane Domini. Oh, I got some data. Got some rounds to record here. Alright, firing phase. Lasers miss. SRMs mix. Miss. Rifleman hits the king crab. I've already got that guy marked. Also got the king crab marked there. Enforcer taking hits. All three of your mechs are at light or moderate damage. Honeybees, the Enforcer takes a lot of hits. Uh-oh. Engine and gyro on the Enforcer. That is indeed a cripple blow. And yet, somehow, miraculously, the Enforcer is still standing. That's impressive after losing part of its gyro and a part of its engine.
With a 4-4 pilot, too.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Darius, I think it really does boil down to the fact that I'm exporting into moles instead of using the Mega Mech from Mech HQ. As to why that's not transferring over, which is really weird.
Yeah, probably.
So I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to may have to manually update the pilots in the lobby before the match starts.
Yes, it's probably one of those things where we should. And you also didn't check
this match.
What's that?
You also didn't.
I almost want to restart this match.
You know what? Out of kindness or fairness or whatever the hell it is to you guys, that I will leave to you guys. I feel like that's definitely a fair.
Yeah, I am open to that.
How do you feel, Luke?
I'm open to that if you find that your pilots are at a disadvantage, because of the skills in question that were supposed to be added to them. I don't know what the skills are. I believe it's tactics or something.
It's tactics. So for every point in tactics, you get a +1 initiative bonus for that individual pilot. And of course, especially with it set to individual initiative, it can make a difference between a pilot going first, second, or third versus going fourth, fifth, or sixth.
Yes.
So, and your pilot, I know you have at least, I'm pretty sure you got one pilot that has tactics as well. I think it's Susanti. Donald, as you tend to refer to him.
I believe so.
So, I will definitely leave it up to you guys, because it looks like, but I'll just say it's up to you guys if you want to restart. I'm not opposed.
Let me check. I don't have tactics on that one either.
Yeah, this is gonna be a universal issue where if one doesn't have it, none should have it because of the way it's done. Like everything's updated correctly in Mech HQ, but because I didn't start the game from Mech HQ, and then I guess that's one way to do it, and then I just got to make sure I don't save the result or whatever where the mech's all being bashed up, because then I literally have to go in and fix every one of them, and that is a time-consuming problem. Either way.
Did you move your unit, Darius?
What's that?
Did you move your unit?
I have not moved yet. I was still looking at whether or not we were going to restart.
Okay, well, since you didn't move your unit, I'm going to vote on restart.
Yeah, just go ahead and do a restart. In fact, what I can do is I can just close the game real quick, and then... Oh, you could do that too. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure there was an easier way than what my brain was going with that. Okay. Open that. And then... let's see... Alright, Takaram should have some stuff on him. Configure. Where is... Oh, he should automatically go as an initiative bonus. Okay. And he already has the other... Yep. Okay. Next. Enforcer. Roll Nick. Where are you? 0. Baker. 0. Where is edge? There it is. Just something. 1. Just AMC. 1. And Rickstead. Okay. Alright, I think I got everybody set correctly. Their edge should have already been correct.
Yes, it seems like it. Can everyone do a double check?
Please, by all means, I'm giving you guys ownership now, so please double check. Feel free to discuss or let me know if I screwed something up there. I think, like I said, I think the biggest thing is because I'm exporting them out of MechHQ, it doesn't carry that one variable into straight up regular old MegaMech. If I launch MegaMech from inside MechHQ, it should. And the reason why I don't do that is because I would have to literally repair every single mech instead of just rolling some dice and calling it a day.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm good. And choose your starting location, Darius.
Yep, they're all correct.
Hey, but you know what? We figured out what the problem is. That's the best part.
Yep,
Just not a good workaround.
right.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right, everybody ready?
I am ready.
Yep.
I just have to update or unmark people's damages. Ah, train looks to be a bit more in your favor this time.
It'll be to be determined.
Right. Alright, my viewer friends, unfortunately we did do a restart there because we discovered a problem that you probably heard us talking about. The short version is some of the information isn't transferring over from MechHQ into MegaMech the way it should or the way that we're accustomed to. So we had to come up with a quick workaround which required a restart of the match. Everything beyond that, we're fine. All is good. Foehammer can't make it. And we're going to continue from here. Darius, don't forget the 2-minute time limit. I'm just going to remind you every now and again, randomly.
Okay.
Darius is going to get irritated with me every now and again when I start doing that too. Fuck your time limit. Fuck your time limit. Alright, and away we go again.
Okay. With a significant EV value advantage.
Oh, for the Dragonborn? I didn't even look at it. I noticed there was like about several hundred,
I'm
possibly?
almost 1,000 higher than him.
Yeah. And a decent amount of tonnage difference, too. I think a solid
Decent,
15,
yes.
a solid 15 or 20 ton difference minimum. I forget the exact number.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that is 750 battle value difference there. It looks like.
Well, that's scary. I found you.
Yeah, it's always a nothing like literally running into your opponent face first.
Yeah, especially with very little cover.
Yeah. Well, my friend, may the odds ever be in your favor.
Hmm.
I just realized I don't even have the rules open as I should. So let me give a moment to do that while you guys are making your final moves here. Oh, go back. Well, we got ourselves a shooting match. Everybody's in close proximity, kinda early.
Yeah, we both picked the perfect side of our, corner
Yeah.
to end up being on the shit list.
Yep.
All right.
Hmm. Man, I can't wait to read the damage report.
There's going to be damage.
Yes, there is. All right.
Hmm.
King Crab taking
All
damage
right.
right off the bat. Not that we didn't expect that sort of scenario to come to play. Let's see what else happens here. King Crab dumps a bunch onto the rifleman, but every bit of it misses.
Ow.
Griffin slaps the rifleman, so the rifleman takes some damage.
Yep.
And that's all I
All right. Well,
see.
that was best case scenario right there.
Good for you. Not so much for
Yeah.
that King Crab and all that firepower just put out. That King
All
Crab's
right.
that King Crab pilot's sitting there going, "Shit! I can't believe I missed that much. Damn it, he's fast." All right, let me stop memeing over here. Spider's gonna spider.
Yep.
That's definitely a thing that's going to happen.
Yeah. And you don't have a light mech to counter it. You've got
No.
you got two medium mechs which
Oh, I
are
don't.
fine in their weight class, but they're not suited to deal with lights.
No, not these two. Um. Hmm.
Interesting.
I see what's happening here.
Mm. That is not a good place for that griffin to be.
No.
That is, man, I would be shitting my pilot. My pilot. I'd be shitting my pants if I was that pilot.
I'd be shitting out the whole pilot out of my pants.
Yeah. Oh man.
Alright.
That's an interesting move by that 1N. I wonder what he's playing at.
That's as best as I can do. But again, a problem I've had in previous matches is positioning.
Yeah.
It's very quick that I can get away from the combat.
Positioning can be tricky.
Yes. Now, that's a whole 10 seconds the enforcer's going to be out of the fight.
Yeah. Nope. That it is. Which is quite unfortunate because while he doesn't have a lot of firepower, none of it's being used right now. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Alright, let's look at this.
Griffin 1N takes a little bit of damage. Let's see. Rifleman eats a little bit of King Crab Fire. He's already marked as light damage. Griffin 2N takes some damage as well. Or excuse me, no, it does not take any damage yet. I really need to learn how to read. Griffin 1N.
The first LB10X at the Griffin hits.
Did it? Oh yeah, it did. It did. It did. Yeah. So
yeah, there's a bit of a
that just exonerated.
Yeah, there's a bit of a separation.
Yeah, that definitely exonerated my previous statement of needing to know how to read or learn how to read. Anyways. One of those shot at the Griffin 1N CT critical got re-rolled, burning up some edge.
Yeah.
And now the melee phase. Oh dear. Griffin 2N, leg destroyed. That is a crippled Griffin 2N now. And he falls over. Did the pilot take any damage?
Nope.
Pilot did not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Luke, if you want to abandon that Griffin, all you have to do is eject. Whatever happens to the pilot if you do eject doesn't count. Same thing with anything that happens to the mech. It'll just be marked as crippled.
I'm about to look at the status of this particular Griffin.
It's missing a leg. I know that much.
Yeah. It's absolutely missing a leg.
Although, ironically, that is about the only thing wrong with it that I can see. I mean, it's got a little bit of armor damage here and there, but otherwise, that is really the only thing wrong with it. is that it's missing a friggin' leg.
Yeah, I mean that was a lucky shot.
Yeah. Well,
Gotta give props to that Griffin one in.
that was actually the king crab that kicked it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Because that's the only way you're
Really?
Gonna, yeah.
They
So
both kicked
damage,
it.
the damage of a kick is one. What is it?
By tonnage.
Yeah, it's based on tonnage. It's like basically tonnage divided by 20. That's not right. That's not right. Don't, Jesus Christ.
No. it's
Yeah, I had it in my head.
divided by 5.
Yeah, it's tonnage divided by 5. I don't know why I said 20. Probably because the answer to the math question was 20. Anyway, I gotta figure out who gets that kill credit. The king crab kicking him sounds like the right one to give it to. So who is that? That is
The leg, and Rugen Baker is now out of his mech.
Yep. Pilot 4. Yep. VMC gets a kill credit on the GRF 2N. It's 1 experience point.
Actually, it's the Griffin that destroyed the leg.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, we're giving it to Vamsy, the King Crab pilot, because that kick caused the Griffin to fall over. Well, wait. Hold on. Let me read that again.
Yeah.
Let me read that again.
The leg destroyed is what caused it to fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. The King Crab kicked it and went to internal. Then your Griffin kicked it and broke the leg. That's what it is. Okay, so it would go to your Griffin pilot. And that is Rickstad. Alright, updated. Rickstad D gets the kill credit for that Griffin. Vamsy's just sitting in her, I'm assuming it's a she. I think her name is like Cortana or something like that. But Vamsy's sitting in their pilot just going, "You're welcome for the assist." Those 2 hits on Baker don't count. Uh-oh. Spider's gonna spider.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. And it's out of any reasonable attempt to shoot.
Yeah, he probably jumped 7 hexes or no, I don't think a spider can jump that far, can he? I think he could jump 8. Holy shit. He definitely did jump 8 whole ass hexes. Holy cow.
Yeah. Which I'm hoping is going to decrease a bit of its accuracy, but we'll find out.
We'll see. Probably not.
Yeah. Not enough. 2 medium lasers, huh? What does it say? It's my turn to fire.
It says
Firing the
Oh,
Canopian.
it's Rugen's turn to fire. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, no worries. It happens.
Yep. Sometimes just not paying attention fully.
Or you just forget how things work because you haven't done it in a month because, Game Master went on
Oh, I've
vacation.
been doing practice matches. I've been doing matches all week.
No, I hear you.
Try to get back into it. Rolling them dice.
Alright, let's see what happens now. Griffin, one end, takes some damage. I've already got him marked for light. Rifleman, got a hit re-rolled because of criticals. The Rifleman, Rifleman's taking internal. So that means Rifleman is up to moderate damage. A critical hit on the upper leg. That's actually heavy damage now. Critical slots dying off. And it is down. That Rifleman took a lot of beating. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Susanti manages to keep his seatbelt on.
Yep. Excellent.
And now the spider is gonna dig its toenail into its backside. Yeah.
All 5 damage with it.
Yeah. Six damage to the right arm.
6 damage. Okay.
Alright, round 4. Oh, look at that. That's so kind of the king crab to pick up Baker like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you.
You're welcome. You can pay me for it later.
I have my visioning Baker being hung upside down by his feet from one of the king crab's claws and be like, hey, you dropped something.
Yeah. Use it as an effigy.
Yeah. Oh, honeybees are down to 41.7% of their original battle value. Holy cow.
I haven't even broke the 5% mark on the Luthien Dragonborns.
Yeah. Do with that information as you will.
You know, I did mention that I was just going to squash these bees.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Yeah.
And I do have a spider.
I don't know. I feel like bees would just, like, bake a spider. Which insect is it that they swarm you and they literally cook you from, like, friction or something because there's so many of them on you? Is it bees that do that?
That's bees.
Yeah.
Bees do that. Yeah. If I had 3 more mechs, this would be a lot easier.
Well, you had 3. As you guys figure out your next moves, I'm going to step away just for a quick second. I think my kid was trying to poke his head in at the door, so give me just a quick moment here.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. I think what I heard was I have one of those, like, screen... I don't know, it's like a mesh screen that you, like, Velcro to the outside of your front door in lieu of an actual screen door.
Oh, yes.
And I think it must have, like, a corner of it or something must have flapped in the wind and hit the door, because I think that's what I heard. Instead of thinking it was my son trying to get in. Who is, you know, that sounds bad, but to be clear, my son doesn't live with me, and he is spending the night somewhere else, but it's basically, like, it's almost effectively next door, because it's where some other family of his lives. It's a weird family dynamic, but it works, kind of. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to the action. I see the king crab has shuffled forward and the spider has jumped back. And the griffin has jumped up into a rear shot position. So this is, and he's at optimal range for that PPC.
He is.
This is not going to be good. This is
Unfortunately, he had initiative on me.
Yeah.
He was gonna get optimum range no matter what.
Yep. Man, that's a shitty position to be in for that rifleman. King crab
Oh,
to
yeah.
the front and a griffin in minimum range. Not even minimum range. That's a +0 based on
Optimum.
range. Yeah, optimal.
Uh,
Oh. Let's see.
All right, well, let's look at this.
King crab, a little bit of damage. Rifleman, engine and standard gyro hits, and that wasn't even from the back shot. That's going to mark your rifleman crippled based on that alone. Uh-oh, Susante takes a headshot. Where is it? One of the cluster rounds pegged him. Losing more criticals. And he goes down. Somehow Susante survives his seatbelt check, though. Looks like the only damage he took was from that one stray pellet to the face.
And the Griffin 1N hasn't shot.
He didn't shoot? What? I mean, not that he didn't need to at this point, but wow. Oh, he probably got a bit of heat from jumping over there. I'm assuming that's how he got there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the PPC's a pretty hot-ass weapon. Yeah. Alright, round 5. You have a crippled rifleman and an enforcer. What are you going to do, my friend? What are you going to do?
Well, that depends on initiative at this point.
Yeah.
Because they're going to bounce around me for the entirety of the match.
That is the one advantage the Spider and the Griffin have, is you could just alternate them.
No, Spider and Griffin are after my enforcer, and my rifleman somehow goes last. But,
You
can't do anything.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
You're about 10% battle value shy of the 75% cutting off. If you wanted to concede, this would be the probably smartest time to do it.
Oh, yeah. This is about right. I know I don't have my cheering section saying, give them hell, but, blow something up, I believe, were the words.
That's usually something about what they say.
Yeah.
As always, it's your choice. Just throwing you options.
That king crab, though. I think he would have swung in a more of a pendulous manner if the king crab wasn't in there. And it was something else.
Well, first off, it's an assault mech. Second, it's an advanced assault mech. So that's basically like scary squared.
Third, I believe it is a juggernaut or something, isn't it?
Oh, as far as its role, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's an ejected enforcer.
Oh, you don't have to do all that. You can just say that you're conceding or surrendering or giving up or whatever phrase you want to use. We can just wrap it from here.
Okay, perfect.
And then
all right, so I just go
I'm going
slash.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Slash concede or surrender.
Defeat. Slash defeat.
Defeat.
And you may have to type it twice. I'm not sure. Declares victory. Must be acknowledged by all opponents. So yeah, you'll have to do it again. And there you go. That should do it. And then once we get through, you just click done all the way through the various phases, and at the end of the turn, it'll give us our victory screen.
I was doing pretty good mid-season, and now I'm losing it.
Yeah, well, sometimes it bees that way, you know? I don't know how else to call it.
It bees that way?
To be honest, that was a wonderful pun, but unfortunately my best puns are always the ones I don't think of until after I speak.
Okay.
I wish I could claim credit for that. I really do. Had I thought about it, Knowing what I was about to say.
I guess I really shouldn't continue beating on him now that he's already admitted defeat.
I mean, that would
I
be...
mean, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I mean, as far as record keeping goes, the match is over. If you guys want to slug it out for what's left of this round, you could do that, I suppose.
All right.
All
That
right.
is a victory for the Dragonborns.
It is for the Dragonborn. So I'm gonna start with their victory points. 2 for the win. They killed a... Which one did they kill? The Griffin. That's a medium. I gotta look at the rules. Let's see. Creating a team. Oh my goodness. Playing a match. Weight class has points value. Victory and victory points. 2... Excuse me. That is not 2 points. It's 3 points for winning. I'm silly. Glad I looked at the rules. Medium mech defeated. That's 2 points. That is it. So we get a total of 5 there. We have a +1 for the fan roll because of a match win. Another +1 for a 2-win streak. So it's a total of +2. No mechs went kablooey. There was a melee kill, technically.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and grant that. So that's a +4 on your 2d6 roll. Darius, if you could roll 2d6 for me, please. Seven +4 is 11. That's going to give, I believe, 3 new fans. So
Plus 3 fans.
Yep. That brings your fans up to 10. I'll get the wealth in a moment. For Mr. Honeybees, we have 2 games. Let's see, -1 for a loss. We have a 2-game streak already, so that's another -1. There was a physical attack that killed the mech, so it's a +2 that takes it up to 0. Mr. Honeybees, Luke, if you could roll 2d6 for me, please.
Give me a second, I gotta go back in.
Yep.
I forgot that we had to roll.
No worries.
I am inside.
Oh, you went out to go smoke already, didn't you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Forgot we had to roll. Rolling. Running up 2 flights of stairs.
Go get a smoke. He was smoked. Whatever.
Wow, Darius is rolling in it.
All right. I am rolling. Roll 2d6.
Total of 5.
Oh, that's great.
No modifiers after everything bounces out. No change to your fans. So you remain with 7 fans. You earned 1 victory point for losing. You didn't get any kills or anything else for that matter, unfortunately, so you have a total of 1. That means we have 6 victory points to the, total for the match. 6 times 1.5 is 9, divided by 3 times 2. 6 earned. No, not 6. Then you get 3. 3 times 7 is 21 wealth. On top of your 74, that's going to put you at 95 for your new wealth. And I will tabulate repair costs probably tomorrow after my Celesta stream, to be honest.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
What's the total VP earned?
For Darius, you earned 5 victory points, but you're going to receive 6 for your base, whatever the hell it's called, for your wealth. So you got 6 times 10 fans is 60. On top of the 112 you have now, that is going to take you up to 172 wealth. Before repairs and medicals, I'll do all of that after my stream tomorrow night. So yeah, as far as what gets added to your cumulative victory points, or whatever the hell it's called, Darius, because I'm sure you're trying to update your slide or your spreadsheet as well. You'll add 5, and you have +3 fans, taking you up to 10. And I'll get updated rosters out to you guys tomorrow after my Celasta stream. We are going to take a break, my friends. When we return, I've got 2 NPC matches to run through, and I feel like I will be playing the teams of those 2 matches that I don't want to play, because I play the home team. I don't know. We'll figure it out when I get back. Stick around, my friends. There will be more in a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes or so. Stick around.